All right, welcome to the Taproom Exclusive. I'm Dean Zarbal. I'm here in Kent, Ohio at MadCap Brewing. Thank you guys for having me out here, by the way. Really love getting out to try new places. Haven't been around down here too much, so thank you for having me out. This is a really cool space. Talk a little bit about MadCap, how you guys got started and all that.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. It's weird because it feels like we're on an island for the most part, but yeah, MadCap was started by Ryan Holmes. I think it started somehow in like 2011, 2013.
I think 2011 and 2012 is right there.
Yeah, so it started out small, kind of on a homebrew setup, a Sabco for him with his buddy Billy. They would just brew. They kind of built an addition on a house near Stowe High School. Started there and then moved to a slightly bigger system, a 3-barrel system, in another location in Stowe. And then about 2016 is when I came on, and we were in the process of moving into here. So
nice.
It's been a baby stepping process.
And since I forgot at the beginning, I'm with Vince Rinaldo, brewmaster here at MadCap, and Kyle Mullen. What do you do here, Kyle?
My title is brand ambassador. I do like all our outside sales and do a little bit of taproom work, kind of keep the taproom organized, and do all our outside events and whatnot. Like I'm going to do our Summit Brew Path wrap-up event this Friday, so I do all that stuff for us too.
I heard that's going to be an insane party.
I think 24 breweries.
Wow.
So, and it's everyone that finished the brew path, so you had to go to all 24 breweries to go to the party. Yeah, it should be pretty cool.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Cleveland just started doing a brew path thing now.
Nice.
Last year, and then this year's the second year. And there's cool stuff like shirts and hats and stuff, but nobody came up with the idea to do a big bash afterwards. And that's a really cool idea, and
Absolutely.
I think is a nice reward for the people who put the time in to actually go out. And that's a lot of places to visit.
Yeah.
And you have a year, right, to do it?
You do have a year. I think this is the third year that they did it, and obviously it's the most breweries that are on it, because I think the first year was like 12 or 14, so it's grown exponentially each time. And the last 2 years before this, there was a reward. Well, this time there is no physical reward. The reward is going to the party. So,
nice.
Yeah. It should be a good time.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I'll have to keep an eye out to see everything that happened with that. So, what was the move to here? How did that come about? And talk a little bit about the size of this place and the capacity of this brewery.
So I think the biggest move to here was just growth. They were on a 3-barrel system, 2 6-barrel fermenters, so it was limiting as far as there wasn't any possibility of having a tap room or any sort of growth. So it was just kind of trying to build that home spot to have possibilities to grow. And granted, it was small steps, and it was just getting in here, being able to brew beer, get the tap room open, and then be able to expand on the tap room. So it was just get our licensing, get situated, and start adding different components. We have a buddy that does pinball, and he's beyond passionate about it, and it's taken our tap room into another way. And then a year later, we started adding the patio and expanding our kind of event space, and so just giving us potential for growth.
Absolutely. It's a really cool spot. A lot of space in here. There's a whole room off to our left here we can do for private parties, I see, and all that kind of stuff. And it's nice to see the community grasping onto you guys as quickly and everything that it has.
Yeah, it's been nice. I know Kyle could speak on that a little bit more. He's involved in the tap room more than I am.
Private parties has been great. Like that and pinball have taken off so much for us. It's given us like a different reason to come in here that isn't just for craft beer aficionados to come in. Like I think we kind of underestimated how well pinball and the game room would do. We have people that come in here, and that's the main reason why they come in here.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And our party room is great, but it's nothing special. It's just a room, and we've kind of been blown away by how many people have wanted to end up booking it, because it's a blank space. You can do whatever you want with it. You can cater whatever you want, our food you want to do. We're here with the venue and the beer. We'd love you to come in and host your event. And I don't think we realized it again with that, like how great a reception we would get from that too, which has been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys don't have a kitchen here, but you guys do have delivery menus around that you can people can order in and stuff.
Yeah, and you sometimes on Fridays and Saturdays, depending on obviously it's a little slower for food trucks in the winter, but right now, but in the summer, spring, we do try to have food trucks here on Fridays and Saturdays. We still encourage people to bring in their own food since we don't have a kitchen.
Okay.
And we're fortunate enough. I mean, we're within a mile of some killer restaurants, so a lot of them work with us to do deliveries, and it's been very fortunate for us, especially not having a kitchen at this point in time.
Yeah. You got steady growth, right?
Yes.
Do everything incrementally and do what you can, and don't go too fast too quick.
Yep, exactly.
I just started reading a book. It was about leadership. It was talking about be aggressive but not reckless. And, that's the thing is you got to find that balance.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of places that can go too fast and it doesn't end well for them.
Yep. Hopefully we're somewhere in the sweet spot. I'm sure there's some things we probably should be a little more aggressive on, but
selfishly, I wish we had a kitchen already, but I know, hopefully we do hope it's in our future, and when we get there, it'll be awesome. But right now, honestly, the local places that provide deliveries and the food trucks we've had have been, we love giving them business and having like a symbiotic relationship with them too, which is
absolutely
awesome. Yeah.
And so, Vince, how did you get involved over here?
Kind of a weird relationship. So Ryan and I went to high school technically, but we never really crossed paths. But we used to wait tables together back in the day at a place in Hudson. So we knew each other from that, and then we kind of split ways as far as being adults. So, and I went to school for graphic design. I did that. Started home brewing. He was off kind of raising a family, and he was home brewing. I was home brewing. Kind of kept in loose contact through his mom because she used to be a jeweler, and it was just weird the timing. And I somehow was able to get out of graphic design. I had an opportunity to go to Brew Kettle.
Oh, nice.
Which is where I met Ben. And during that time, I was at Brew Kettle for about 3 years. And then during that time, he had started MadCap, and then he was timing things out to where he would be here. And he offered me an opportunity, and I just felt like I needed to give it a shot. I just felt like it can't hurt to try, and here we are.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on making that move and to what it is now.
Thanks. Yeah, it's scary as hell sometimes, but it's
the best things are.
Yeah, but it's beyond cool to be able to do this.
What was it that first got you into actually home brewing?
I don't know if it was my wife, like just being the amazing person that she is, but she supposedly pretended to have some sort of interest in brewing beer, so she acted like she was interested in doing it, and then kind of find out that she didn't really care. And I think she just wanted me to have some sort of interest outside of watching TV and doing graphic design. So I credit it to my wife, other than we both had a passion for more unique beer at the time. We were never light beer drinkers, which is nothing wrong with that, but we just didn't hit that point in our life. And then we just started giving it a go, and it was just a cool kind of creative thing to do that had a more complexity that I felt like I could get a grasp on, and I was just kind of blown away when I started to educate myself and learn. And I don't know, it was just kind of just a sweet spot of that creative outlet that I wasn't necessarily getting, weirdly enough, out of my design job. It was just basic production work what I was doing.
Yeah. We're enjoying the Gold Flash here. This is a nice golden ale that you guys do. Talk a little bit about this, the name, where it comes from, and the style, and what the profile of this awesome beer is.
Yeah, so I mean, it's supposed to be that approachable beer for people that come in. They say they don't like craft beer, or they're a light beer drinker. So this is kind of that our offering in that world where it would have a little bit more of an edge a little more hop character than most golden ales. It kind of maybe pushes some more Pilsner territory. But yeah, and then the name being in Kent, Gold Flash seems like a good kind of nod to the university
Absolutely.
and the beer style. So that's kind of the direction we took for this beer.
Yeah, embrace the community that you're in, man.
Yep,
You know,
yeah, exactly.
You got to. So.
Yep.
And it's nice having the place there because it's you constantly giving out people that are turning 21, wanting to try beer,
very true.
it's bringing new people in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, keep those relationships going.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice that that you guys do this sort of. I don't know. The term gateway beer is hit or miss. For somebody who, like my grandfather, who was Bud Light, Budweiser the entire time, I could easily give this to him. And
And I mean,
he would have really enjoyed this.
that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it pushes the limits for some people who might not want as much hop character in a beer like that, but at least it kind of forces people into trying something maybe that they weren't normally going to.
And I think a person that's coming into a craft brewery anyway is a little more willing to try something new to begin with.
Yeah.
That's already something that's in their head. Would you guys?
Oh yeah, and I agree. That's what's great about that beer is getting people to try it and seeing that reaction. Sometimes a lot of people are surprised. I think that they definitely don't hate it, but they're surprised that they like it so much too. And they're like, oh man, this is, it opens them up to trying possibly new beers and figuring out that they might not hate every craft beer like they thought they did walking in. A lot of people think that too when they walk in.
So what was it that made you settle on golden ale versus maybe like doing it as a lager or a pilsner?
Like a Kolsch, yeah.
Or a Kolsch?
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest advantage for us is coming from that production background at Brew Kettle is just kind of maintaining yeast strains. So this is a great kind of base beer to propagate yeast, so I can get a pitch of yeast, start it up here, and then I'm able to jump around to different beers off this one pitch of yeast.
Oh, nice.
So it's been great as far as like it rotates fast enough that by the time I either need to re-up on a pitch of yeast or I can just kind of keep it going.
Because we're always blowing through it in the tap room.
Yeah.
It's been awesome because we've been selling it at Kent State football games for the last 2 seasons too, which has been really cool. Awesome of the university to include us there too, which is great.
That's awesome. And did I see online you guys started doing like limited canning on it too?
Yeah, we did. We did one canning run with that and our IPA bullet.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
The labels look really cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, our friend Mike Mansfield did those
nice.
labels for us.
Any plans to possibly do another one coming up at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about it. It's just
it's its own headache. I understand that.
I mean, there's some logistical things that we need to kind of figure out to make sure that it makes sense for us to do it. But yeah, we've definitely talked about it and just trying to figure out timing wise and what's the right beer style to put in a can and move forward that way for sure.
Yeah, because getting that fight for store shelf space is hard enough as it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And, if you come at it with the wrong style or something, then you're just digging yourself a hole there too.
Yeah,
for sure.
So this is a nice one because it has that broad appeal, I feel, to a lot of people.
Yeah, and we try to minimize what store shelves we put ourselves on just because, as you know, there's outrageous competition and making sure that your product is going to move in the timeline it needs to move and not having to, expect somebody to sell it for you beside yourself. It's a tricky game. So we try to make sure we sell more of it out of the tap room and a few kind of, I don't want to say boutique locations, but smaller, not big chain.
Not chains and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like this whole thing is you want to stay local. So you want to make sure you're supporting the little guys because you guys are technically the little guy, and so it's nice to spread that wealth and keep it in the community.
Yeah.
Anything else about the Gold Flash that you wanted to cover that If somebody were to eat with it, or do you do crowlers to go, or
We
growlers
do
to go?
do crowlers, yeah, and growlers, but
If somebody were to take like this home and have a dinner or something with this, what would?
oh man, I mean, I'm sure it could fill any gap that you're looking as far as you want something to eat with it. I mean, I tend to go through simple food, so I'm sure any burger, summertime grill
Yeah.
cookout kind of deal is a
Great
nice
deal for
little addition for that.
Absolutely, it's not going to hit the palate too much to take away from the rest of the food. So
Yeah, just a little palate cleanser, if
Yeah.
you will.
absolutely. Thank you guys for your time. We're tune in next week and for another new episode here at MadCap Brew Co.